Dumas Cron 4. With everything that happened at the Capitol today, how do you think today will be remembered and should be remembered in history?
Yeah, that's a good question. I started the day thinking about how we were going to guard Lou Williams without fouling him, and suddenly that didn't seem quite as important when I turned the TV on, as shoot around was beginning. So just a bizarre scene, but a pretty clear reminder that the truth matters. We've been talking about this for years, but the truth matters in our country and in anywhere, in any circumstance, because of the repercussions if we allow lies to spread, and if we enable people in power to lie. You all of a sudden have millions of people who are doubting an election that was certified in every state. We had 7 to 8 million more people vote for Biden than for Trump. Every state has certified those results. Every court appeal has been turned down. A legitimate election is suddenly questioned by millions of people, including many of the people who are leading our country in government, because we've decided to, over the last few years, allow lies to be told. So this is who we are. This is, you reap what you sow.
Have you taken the temperature of your team? Do you know if there's going to be any demonstration tonight?
At shoot around, we all arrived this morning getting ready for a game, and things have sort of unfolded over the course of the day. I have not had a chance to talk to the team yet this evening. So obviously there are other things going on as well. So I'm going to speak with our guys and see if they have any desire to express their thoughts or feelings about any of the issues going on.
Coach Kerr, can I ask you one more question on this subject? But we saw yesterday just the power of demonstration of athletes with, a number of the demonstrations from the WNBA in regards to Warnock's election. How do you think that speaks to just the power and the platform that you all have as athletes and coaches and being a part of the NBA?
Well, I'm really proud of so many people in sports. I think the WNBA players are going to go down in history for their leadership in helping Raphael Warnock get elected by exposing some of Kelly Loeffler's misdeeds. They called attention to it, and I think it played a big role in the election, and there's no getting around that fact. So I think it's amazing that athletes today, WNBA players, NBA players, athletes from all different sports are comfortable and confident in speaking their minds and trying to help create change in this country in areas where they feel change is needed. So it's very, very inspiring. I think the last thing I would say on this topic is I wish that people like Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and Josh Hawley had to do pregame media before they meet in Congress. It would be great for them to have to answer the question, are you happy now? Where is the line? Do you keep moving the line back, or does this change anything, or are you going to continue to enable? So maybe they should do pregame media, maybe even an end of first quarter of the session interview while Congress is meeting. I would like that.
Hey, Steve, this might be a better question for after the game, but is it harder to come to work now and do basketball, just after everything you watched on TV today?
It's actually easier, Joe. It's a great reminder that we're living an incredible life, being able to coach and play basketball every day. And it's yet another reminder of how inconsequential the game is. And I think a big part of my job as a coach is to remind the players of having perspective, finding that balance between competing like crazy every day, as if the fate of the world depends on the outcome of this basketball game. And, oh my gosh, how lucky are we, to do this for a living. And I think on a day like today, that balance is easily struck. We're going to come out tonight and we're going to play a game. And I think everybody's going to be excited to play. They're thrilled to play. And, they shouldn't feel too much pressure, because today's a great reminder. This is just a game.
What would you like to see tonight from your team to keep the momentum riding after 2 good wins?
Well, I think we're starting to build an identity, Kareth. And so each game is important to continue to establish what that identity is. And that means playing an excellent defensive game, following the game plan, supporting each other throughout. And then on offense, becoming more efficient, understanding, when to go, when to slow it down, call a play. Each player finding comfort and confidence in their respective roles. Those are the things that I think have been starting to happen over the last week, which is exciting. But we're nowhere near where we need to be. So we got to continue down that path.
So how are you going to guard Lou Williams?
That's the big question. That's what America wants to know, Monty. Two big questions today in this country. What are we going to do about the protesters and, not protesters, the terrorists who stormed the Capitol? And how are we going to guard Lou Williams and avoid fouling? So those two questions are going to go a long way to determining the fate of this country. But I don't know how we're going to guard Lou. So I guess I got to figure that out.